Hi, thanks for joining us for the Klein May Realty First Quarter Market Report for 2022. I'm joined today by Chris Carson, lender with Integrity Home Mortgage. Thanks very much for joining us, Chris.
Thank you.
So this first quarter was interesting in both of our worlds, I guess. I guess largely because of what's happening in your world, our world has been affected. So rates have gone up. The pace of sales seems to be dropping a little bit. This quarter will probably be known as the death of the refi.
Yes, I would agree.
What are you seeing in real life?
You know, over the past couple years, we've seen housing prices go up. We know this due to, just lack of inventory. But now, starting in 2022, right, basically from the 1st of January, interest rates have started to go up on a fairly regular basis. On average, from the beginning of the year up until now, they're about 2% increase from where they were. So you're seeing a lot of, at least I'm seeing a lot of home buyers call me on a more often frequent basis to ask, hey, we've seen this house that we really like and would like to make an offer on it. What are interest rates right now? What are the payments going to be? And we've got to have those discussions of, is it going to be comfortable for them payment-wise? So it's important to I think at least have those conversations on a regular basis with prospective home buyers.
Yeah, that's our probably number one advice to buyers right now is to get back in touch with your lender and make sure that you still qualify for the kind of home that you want. And affordability, with prices going up and then rates going up too, that monthly payment really takes a hit. And a lot of folks are having to change some of their criteria.
Exactly. I mean, working together, real estate agent and mortgage lender, always staying in constant communication with, just if you have to pre-approve somebody more than once a month just to make sure that they can still qualify, because I mean, even a month ago, rates were in the mid, at least from what my recollection is, somewhere around the mid 4% range. And what they are now could be a big difference in price range from, if they're looking at a $400,000 house, big difference in payment for sure.
Right. And one thing you and I have talked about before is the fact that lenders are, they know what the Fed is doing. The Fed's been super transparent about what their plans are for the year. And so lenders are kind of baking in future rate increases today.
Yes.
So do you still believe that's the case? And if so, does that kind of mean that we've seen the worst of this and the rate of increase might slow down?
In my opinion, I do. I feel like we've seen enough news of what the government or what the Fed's going to do to combat inflation, of increasing the Fed funds rate, that the mortgage interest rate market has priced all of that in. Maybe not 100%, but certainly, in my opinion, 90% of that. And that's why we've seen such a drastic increase over such a short period of time. I've read some articles where some experts feel like it's a small overreaction, but if it is an overreaction and rates happen to come down a little bit, that's only good news for us. But yes, what the government is doing is being priced into the market now. So I feel like there should be a leveling off, at least in my opinion, there should be a leveling off of what mortgage interest rates are going to do over the next coming 4, 5, 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, hope you're right. Me too. So we've seen, in Rockingham County, the pace of sales is a little bit slower than last year's first quarter. In Augusta, it's slightly higher. So the pace seems to be slowing down a little bit, but price increases still are above 10% in both Rockingham and Augusta County for the last year. Are you having trouble? Are you seeing trouble with appraisals, or have appraisers kind of aligned with our new pricing?
I haven't personally had any issues with appraisals. I feel like as an appraiser, they can only go off market data anyway. So if the value's there, it's there. And I could be wrong about that, but I haven't personally seen any issues with appraisals. Now, coming in the long term, we may start to see some lower values than the actual agreed upon contract price. But until we get to that bridge, there's nothing you can really prepare for, I suppose.
Yeah, in theory, the rate of increase should slow down if some buyers withdraw from the market because of affordability issues or things with the interest rates. So we'll just have to see if that theory becomes reality and things even out. You know, the other thing I think that's going to help here locally for our inventory problem is there's a ton of new construction in the pipeline. Our part of the world has been discovered by the big national and regional builders, and I think that's going to add some relief.
Yes, I certainly hope so. You know, obviously the more houses out there to buy, the better it is for our market.
Still tight though. Median days on market is still 5 or 6, most places up and down the Shenandoah Valley, which is just incredible for those of us that remember the time that it used to be 4 to 6 months. So definitely a different market.
Yeah, you know, interest rates, they're going to drive, at least to me, a little bit of what our inventory is going to be. You know, we're going to see a leveling off of some home buyers just kind of backing off a little bit, and which will open up maybe more of a timeline for homes and new sellers to come on the market to hopefully increase inventory. And then, you know, we'll see what happens after that. But right now, you're right. It's as soon as the house is on the market, I mean, to me, 5 or 6 days feels like a long time. But it's just our market right now.
Thanks for joining us, Chris. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for joining us for this quarter's market report. We'll see you in 3 months.